Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Hassaballa with another episode of the Healthcare Musings podcast. I'm actually recording this live while shopping for the family. We recently got back from vacation overseas, and I got to tell you, when we're on vacation, obviously, we eat, and we don't necessarily care as much about our calorie intake and the things that we eat as much as you are when you're back home. I mean, you're on vacation, you want to enjoy the food of where you are. We were recently overseas in the Middle East, in the United Arab Emirates, I gotta tell you, coming back here and shopping for food, it's amazing how shafted we are here in the United States with respect to our food. There is so much processed food, so much factory-produced food, and it's really not good for you. The problem is organic and whole and real food are very expensive, and it's beyond the reach of a lot of people. And I don't discount the fact that I'm very blessed with the means to be able to afford organic or things that are more or less processed, and at the same time, it's just amazing that bread overseas is not like bread here in America. We'll eat all these different types of baked foods, and it just doesn't have the same effect as it does here. Fried foods over there overseas are not like fried foods over here. It's just a completely different, and it's really unfortunate. And I'm just bemoaning the fact that here in the United States, where there's literally you can shop from 10 different kinds of everything. It's just really unfortunate that there's so much processed food, and it's so bad for you. I think as best as possible, I understand not everybody has the means, and at the same time, as best as possible, we should try to make sure that the food we consume is wholesome as much as possible, with the least amount of processing as possible, because ultra processed foods are so bad for you. It's true. There are food deserts in American cities, and there are places where you cannot go for fresh fruits and vegetables. You cannot go for freshly baked goods with minimal processing. That's so true, and that has to change. And for those of us who do have means, I think we need to be extra careful about not having too much added sugar, not having a lot of processing, not having a lot of chemicals, because it is really bad for you. And when you go overseas and you see the kind of food that's produced overseas, and then you come back here, you realize that we have a problem in our society, in our country. Anyway, I really hope everyone has had a wonderful holiday and New Year. And looking forward to great things on this podcast and great things for everybody. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much for your time and attention. This is Dr. Hassaballa with the Healthcare Musings podcast.